wireless. Who knew, right? Would you like a 20% off coupon? Check out the description below. There is a link to Mixcder's official site, and if you register with their site, you can get a hold of that coupon. Hey guys, Hardware Hound here, and we are looking at my personal weakness, an audio product, and not just any audio product. We actually have a Bluetooth wireless headset from a company that I think is pronounced Mixcder. I'm gonna go with that for now because that's kind of easy right now. But they asked me if I wanted to take a look at a headset, and I said sure, because you know how I am, guys. I've always got a weakness for audio products. Now, let's go ahead and get into the overall impression of this guy. This headset is a $60 noise canceling Bluetooth connected wireless option from this company. At $60, I was very, very curious what my impression would be. And my impression was, holy crap, this was worth $60. Now, guys, I'm going to be really upfront in saying that, yeah, if you want supreme audio quality and you're expecting to get that at $60, then maybe you're just going to be disappointed. There's no way. You're not going to get audiophile level at $60. My question was, are they tolerable or even borderline enjoyable? And yeah, I would think that these are what I would call borderline enjoyable. There is definitely better sound out there, but this is definitely worth the money considering the feature sets. Because if you start comparing to other headsets that have noise cancellation and the Bluetooth connectivity and a 30-hour playtime, ouch. It's going to get really pricey. Now, that being said, if you compare to some of the other off-brand ones that aren't like Sony or Bose, there is some competitive units, but I've never gotten to try them. So based on my expectation of what I was expecting out of this guy, I was pleased, and definitely say would be worth the $60, especially for the noise canceling feature. Now, let's get into some little details though. These guys shine with music. There's no two ways about it. Now, if you turn the ANC off, they do get a little bit, a little too bassy and somewhat muffled sounding. And that muffled sounding is kind of killing the soundstage. And so it really kind of flattens the audio. There's really no reason to listen to these guys without ANC on. So I would always just keep that switch on and let it go. And even though it's almost a little bit, it adds almost like that old-timey radio effect to it, barely. I could catch just a tiny bit of hint of that. The sound was way, way better. The audio is very clear. Voices come through very clearly. The bass I thought was a little on the light end at first, but some of that was when I first put it on. He's actually kind of loosened up a little bit, which makes sense, right? I mean, it's an audio product. It vibrations, movement. So after like the first few hours, it felt like the actual speaker parts had loosened up a little bit, and the basses were coming through better. So they're not going to give you extreme bass, but enjoyable bass. At least you can hear the frequencies, which was important to me. So music listening was great. Movie, I threw on some Thor Ragnarok because I was like, I like that movie. It's got a lot of good sounds in it. And it wasn't too bad either. Movies are going to be working good, and considering that you're probably going to be using these for like in long flight or a long trip, you're going to have the noise cancellation, take that background noise out, and you're going to be listening to probably music or watching a movie. Perfect setup. Yeah, noise cancellation worked great in my opinion, but that being said, I haven't gotten to experience a ton of different options. I did get to mess around with a Bose headset and how theirs worked, and this one was extremely comparable to me though, so I was pleased with that. Yeah, gaming wise though, would not recommend it. Gunshots do not have any punch to them. I threw up some Borderlands, recent remastered one, and even though like things like footsteps and high-pitched sounds come through clearly, anything that needs some punch to it, like gunshots or explosions and things, not the greatest. I wouldn't recommend these if you were just purely gaming on them. But yeah, Otherwise, I think on a functional level, the buttons worked great. I like the fact that they had them on the thumbs so that you're like right there close to your ears. Made it very easy to do volume up, volume down. If you hold the power button down for about 3-4 seconds, it turns it on and off. So you have to hold it down for a while. If you just press the power button, it'll play and pause whatever song you're on, which I thought that was cool because it worked on even like a YouTube video when I was playing it. The volume up and down, of course, does volume, but if you hold it, you can go to next and previous on your songs. So, you know, that's kind of normal Bluetooth features, but they worked well. Even on like YouTube, I was able to go to like the next video or previous video. I was like, huh, not bad. And then they added some nice features. You got a wired connectivity, so if your battery runs out, you can still just listen to it over wired. They have, of course, a charging cable, which is USB, so you just got to hook it up to a USB charger, some kind of charged battery. And then they have an airport adapter so that you can plug into like the built-in headphone jacks. They've got, it's like a weird split thing, which is probably why they need the adapter. So if you have to wire into it while you're still on a flight or something, you can. So yeah, not bad. Good amount of features. I gotta say, guys, this was kind of a fun review. I always love doing audio products, and recently I started listening to a lot of Enya again. I just remembered, man, I used to love Enya music, and then I found some more Enya music and made a playlist, been listening to that. It's just so relaxing. I can't tell if it's just nostalgia from when I used to listen to some of those songs back in my, you know, teenage, early 20 years, or if it's just Enya music. Catch you later.